My beloved children, listen closely, for this message is not just for one, but for all. I speak to you now, not from a distant place, but from the very center of your being, from the breath in your lungs and the beat of your heart. I am the voice that has always been with you, the love that has never left you, and the light that guides you even when you cannot see the path ahead. Today, I want you to understand the power of unconditional love and forgiveness, for this is the message that can break the internet, break the chains of hatred, and break open the hearts of humanity. Unconditional love is not a concept reserved for the saints or the wise. It is the birthright of every soul. It is the force that created the universe, the energy that holds the stars in the sky, and the reason you are alive today. I have loved you before you took your first breath, and I will love you long after your last. My love does not depend on your actions, your beliefs, or your mistakes. It is not earned, nor can it be lost. It simply is. When you look in the mirror, see yourself as I see you, precious, worthy, and infinitely loved. But love is not meant to be kept hidden in your heart. It is meant to be shared, to flow from you to others, like a river that nourishes everything in its path. I ask you to love not only those who are easy to love, but also those who have hurt you, those who are different from you, and those who seem unlovable. This is the true test of love, to give it freely, without expectation, without condition. When you forgive, you are not excusing the wrongs done to you. You are freeing yourself from the burden of anger and resentment. Forgiveness is the key that unlocks the prison of your own pain. It is a gift you give to yourself, as much as to others. Imagine a world where every person chose to love and forgive, where kindness was the rule and not the exception. Wars would cease, families would heal, and communities would thrive. The internet, so often a place of division and cruelty, would become a beacon of hope and understanding. This is not a dream. It is a possibility, and it begins with you. Each act of love, each moment of forgiveness, sends ripples across the world, touching lives you may never know. You have the power to change the world, not by grand gestures, but by simple acts of compassion and grace. Do not wait for others to change. Be the first to love, the first to forgive, the first to reach out a hand in peace. When you do, you are not alone. I am with you, in every word of kindness, in every act of mercy. My love flows through you, and together, we can heal the wounds of the world. Remember, you are never too broken to be loved, and you are never too lost to be found. My arms are always open, my heart always welcoming. So my children, let this message break the internet, break the barriers between you, and break open the floodgates of love and forgiveness. The world is waiting for your light. Shine brightly, love deeply, and forgive freely, for in doing so, you fulfill the greatest purpose of all, to love as I have loved you. My beloved children, hear these words as they echo through the ages and into your hearts today. The importance of unity among all people is a truth that cannot be ignored. From the beginning, I created you not as isolated beings, but as a family, a tapestry of souls woven together by the threads of shared existence. You are not meant to walk this journey alone, nor to build walls that separate you from one another. Every person you meet is your brother, your sister, your neighbor, and your fellow traveler on this earth. The divisions you see, of race, of nation, of creed, of status, are not of my making, but of your own. I see only one human family, and I call you to see the same. Unity does not mean sameness. I have made each of you unique, with your own gifts, dreams, and perspectives. This diversity is not a weakness, but a strength. Just as a body has many parts, each with its own purpose, so too does humanity thrive when every voice is heard, and every life is valued. When you come together, bringing your differences with respect and humility, you create something beautiful and strong. The world is richer for your variety, and your unity is made more powerful by your diversity. Yet too often, fear and misunderstanding drive you apart. You let suspicion and prejudice take root, and you forget that beneath the surface, you are all the same. You all seek love, safety, meaning, and hope. You all know the pain of loss and the joy of connection. When you look into the eyes of another, you are looking into a reflection of yourself and of me. I am present in every soul, no matter their background, their beliefs, or their choices. When you harm another, you harm yourself. When you lift another, you lift yourself. I call you now to break down the barriers that divide you. Reach across the lines that have been drawn by history, by politics, by fear. Listen to one another, not just with your ears, but with your hearts. Seek to understand before you seek to be understood. Let compassion be your guide, and let empathy be your language. When you disagree, do so with respect, remembering that every person is worthy of dignity and love. The world does not need more voices shouting in anger. It needs more hands reaching out in friendship. Unity is not a passive state. It is an active choice, made every day in the way you treat others. It is found in the small moments, a smile to a stranger, a helping hand to someone in need, a word of encouragement to someone who is struggling. It is found in the courage to stand up for what is right, even when it is difficult, and in the humility to admit when you are wrong. It is found in the willingness to forgive, to let go of old grudges, and to build bridges where there were once walls. Imagine a world where unity is the foundation of every community, every nation, every relationship. Imagine the peace that would flourish, the creativity that would blossom, the hope that would rise. This is not beyond your reach. It begins with you, with the choices you make each day. You have the power to be a peacemaker, a bridge builder, a healer of divisions. When you choose unity, you honor the divine spark within yourself and within every other person. So, my children, let unity be your anthem and your legacy. Let it guide your words, your actions, and your dreams. For in unity, you will find the strength to overcome any challenge, the wisdom to solve any problem, and the love that binds all things together. Remember, you are one family, and together, you can create a world that reflects the fullness of my love. My beloved children, listen to the call that echoes through the mountains, the forests, the rivers, and the skies. I have entrusted you with the care of the earth and all its creatures. This world is not merely a backdrop for your lives, but a living, breathing gift, crafted with intention and overflowing with beauty and wonder. Every sunrise, every blade of grass, every creature that walks, flies, or swims is a testament to my creativity and love. I have placed you here not as conquerors, but as caretakers, stewards of a creation that is both fragile and magnificent. The earth is your home, and the creatures are your companions. Together, you form a sacred community, bound by the breath of life that I have given to all. Too often, you forget this sacred trust. You take from the earth without gratitude, you use its resources without thought for tomorrow, and you turn away from the suffering of the creatures who share this world with you. Pollution clouds the air and poisons the water. Forests fall to the axe, and species disappear forever. The cries of the earth and its creatures rise up to me, and I hear them. I see the wounds inflicted by greed, by carelessness, by indifference. But I also see the hope that remains, the possibility for healing, and the power you hold to make a difference. Caring for the earth is not a burden, but a blessing. When you plant a tree, you are planting hope for generations yet to come. When you protect a river, you are safeguarding the source of life for countless beings. When you show kindness to an animal, you are honoring the spark of life that I have placed in all living things. Every act of stewardship, no matter how small, is an act of love. Love for the world, for your neighbors, and for me. The earth is not yours to own, but to cherish, to nurture, and to pass on in health and beauty to those who will come after you. I call you to open your eyes to the wonder that surrounds you. Notice the intricate patterns of a leaf, the song of a bird at dawn, the gentle flow of a stream. These are not accidents, but miracles, reminders of the interconnectedness of all life. You are not separate from nature. You are a part of it, woven into its fabric. What you do to the earth, you do to yourselves. When you heal the land, you heal your own spirit. When you show compassion to animals, you awaken compassion within your own heart. Let your choices reflect this understanding. Live simply, so that others may simply live. Reduce waste, reuse what you can, and recycle what you must. Support those who work to protect the environment, and lend your voice to the call for justice for the earth and its creatures. Teach your children to love and respect the natural world, so that they too may become caretakers of this precious gift. Remember that every action matters, and that together, you can restore what has been broken. The earth is resilient, and so are you. Even now, the seeds of renewal are being sown. Forests can regrow, rivers can run clear, and species can return if you choose to act with wisdom and compassion. Do not be discouraged by the challenges you face, for I am with you in every effort to heal and protect this world. My love flows through the rivers, shines in the sun, and breathes in the wind. When you care for the earth and its creatures, you are caring for a part of me. So, my children, let your hearts be moved to action. Let your hands be gentle, your choices mindful, and your spirits filled with gratitude for the gift of creation. For in caring for the earth and its creatures, you honor the sacred trust I have placed in you, and you help to create a world where all life can flourish in peace and harmony. My beloved children, let these words settle deep within your hearts. The value of truth and integrity in daily life is a foundation upon which all goodness stands. I have given you the gift of free will, the ability to choose your words and actions, and with that gift comes the responsibility to live in honesty and uprightness. Truth is not just a concept or a rule. It is a living force that brings light into darkness, clarity into confusion, and trust into relationships. Integrity is the unwavering commitment to do what is right, even when no one is watching, even when it is difficult, and even when it costs you something. These are not burdens, but blessings, for they lead you to a life of peace, respect, and genuine connection with others, and with me. In a world where deception can seem easier and shortcuts are often tempting, I call you to be people of truth. Let your words be honest, your promises kept, and your actions aligned with your values. When you speak the truth, you honor the divine spark within you and within those around you. Lies may offer temporary comfort or advantage, but they always lead to pain, mistrust, and division. Truth, on the other hand, may sometimes be hard to face, but it brings healing, understanding, and unity. When you choose to live in truth, you become a beacon of light in a world that desperately needs it. Integrity is not about perfection, but about consistency and sincerity. It is the courage to admit when you are wrong, to seek forgiveness when you have hurt others, and to make amends when you have fallen short. It is the strength to stand up for what is right, even when you stand alone. It is the humility to listen to others, to learn from your mistakes, and to grow in wisdom and compassion. When you live with integrity, you build a foundation of trust that cannot be shaken by the storms of life. Others will know that your word can be trusted, that your actions are guided by principle, and that your heart is true. The value of truth and integrity extends beyond your personal life. It shapes your families, your communities, and your world. When leaders act with honesty and integrity, nations prosper and peace prevails. When friends and neighbors are truthful with one another, relationships deepen and communities grow stronger. When you teach your children to value truth, you prepare them to face the world with courage and confidence. Every act of honesty, no matter how small, sends ripples of goodness into the world. I see the struggles you face, the temptations to hide the truth, or to compromise your values for the sake of convenience or gain. But I also see the strength within you, the desire to live with honor, and to be a force for good. Remember that you are never alone in your efforts. I am with you, guiding you, strengthening you, and forgiving you when you stumble. My love is not withdrawn when you make mistakes, but my hope is that you will always return to the path of truth and integrity. Let your life be a testimony to the power of truth. Speak honestly, act justly, and let your heart be pure. Do not be afraid to stand for what is right, even when it is unpopular or misunderstood. The world may not always reward integrity, but I see every act of courage, every moment of honesty, and every choice to do what is right. These are the treasures that last, the seeds that bear fruit for generations to come. So, my children, let truth and integrity be the guiding stars of your journey. Let them shape your words, your actions, and your dreams. For in living with truth and integrity, you reflect my light into the world, and you help to build a future where trust, justice, and love can flourish for all. My beloved children, let your hearts be open to this message, for it is a promise that is echoed through every age and every trial. There is hope, even in the darkest of times. I know the burdens you carry, the fears that haunt your nights, and the doubts that cloud your days. I see the tears you shed in secret, the disappointments that weigh heavy on your spirit, and the moments when you wonder if the light will ever return. But I am here to remind you that hope is never lost, and that even in the deepest darkness, my presence is with you, guiding you toward a new dawn. Hope is not a fragile wish or a fleeting feeling. It is a living force, a gift I have placed within every soul. It is the quiet strength that rises when you feel you cannot go on, the gentle whisper that tells you to try again, and the courage that helps you take one more step. Hope is the anchor that holds you steady when the storms of life rage around you. It is the light that shines in the distance, calling you forward, reminding you that your story is not over, and that better days are yet to come. Throughout history, my children have faced trials that seemed insurmountable: wars, disasters, loss, and pain. Yet time and again, hope has carried them through. It is hope that inspires you to rebuild after destruction, to forgive after betrayal, and to love after heartbreak. It is hope that gives you the vision to dream of a better world and the strength to work for it, even when the odds seem impossible. When you hold on to hope, you are holding on to me, for I am the source of all hope, and my promises are true. Do not let despair take root in your heart. The world may be filled with uncertainty, and you may not always understand the reasons for your suffering, but know that I am with you in every moment. I am the hand that lifts you when you fall, the comfort that soothes your pain, and the voice that calls you forward. Even when you cannot see the way, trust that I am making a path for you. Even when you feel alone, know that I am closer than your next breath. Share this hope with others, for there are many who are struggling in silence, longing for a sign that they are not forgotten. A kind word, a listening ear, a simple act of compassion can be the spark that reignites hope in another's heart. Be a bearer of hope, a light in the darkness, and a reminder that no one is ever truly alone. When you encourage others, you strengthen your own hope as well, and together, you create a community where hope can flourish. Remember that hope is not the denial of pain or the avoidance of reality. It is the courage to face the truth, to endure hardship, and to believe that something good can come from even the most difficult circumstances. It is the faith that every winter will give way to spring, that every night will end in morning, and that every sorrow will be met with comfort. My love for you is unending, and my plans for you are filled with hope and a future. So, my children, when the world feels heavy and the night seems endless, hold on to hope. Let it be the song in your heart, the strength in your steps, and the promise that carries you forward. For in hope, you will find my presence, my love, and the assurance that no darkness can ever overcome the light I have placed within you. My beloved children, listen to the truth that I have spoken since the beginning of time. Every person has a divine purpose. You are not here by accident, nor are you a random collection of circumstances and choices. Before you were formed, I knew you. I shaped your heart, your mind, your gifts, and your dreams with intention and love. You are a unique expression of my creativity, and your life is woven into the great tapestry of existence with meaning and significance. There is a reason for your being, a calling that only you can fulfill, and a light that only you can shine into the world. So often you may look at your life and wonder if you matter, if your actions make any difference, or if your struggles have any purpose. You may compare yourself to others, measuring your worth by their achievements or their approval. But I tell you, your value is not found in comparison, nor is your purpose diminished by the greatness or the smallness of your deeds. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every moment of courage, and every silent prayer is seen and cherished by me. The world is changed not only by the grand gestures of a few, but by the quiet faithfulness of many. Your purpose is not hidden in some distant future. It is found in the choices you make each day, in the love you give, and in the hope you inspire. You may not always see the impact of your life, but trust that your presence matters. The smile you offer to a stranger, the comfort you give to a friend, the wisdom you share with a child. These are seeds planted in the hearts of others, seeds that will grow and bear fruit in ways you may never know. Your struggles, too, are not wasted. Through your challenges, you gain strength, compassion, and understanding. Through your pain, you become a source of comfort to others who walk a similar path. Nothing in your life is without meaning, for I am able to bring beauty from every broken place and purpose from every trial. Do not be discouraged if your path seems unclear, or if your dreams take longer to unfold than you hoped. I am guiding you, step by step, shaping you through every experience, and preparing you for the work that only you can do. Trust in my timing, and trust in the gifts I have given you. You are equipped for your purpose, even when you feel inadequate or afraid. I do not call the qualified, I qualify the called. When you walk in faith, I will open doors, provide strength, and surround you with the support you need. Remember, your purpose is not just about what you do, but about who you are. It is about living with love, integrity, and compassion. It is about being a light in the darkness, a voice of hope, and a vessel of my love in a world that is often hurting and lost. You are my hands and feet, my heart and voice, sent to bring healing, joy, and peace wherever you go. When you live out your purpose, you inspire others to do the same, and together, you create a world that reflects my love and glory. So, my children, embrace your divine purpose with courage and joy. Do not doubt your worth or question your place in this world. You are needed, you are loved, and you are called to make a difference. Walk boldly in the path I have set before you, knowing that I am with you always, and that your life is a precious part of my eternal plan.